Hey, ladies and jellyfish. Today I'm going to make you a quick video just showcasing the newest dungeon that's been added to the game. This is going to be the Nightmare Clock Tower dungeon. I'll be going on a Rune Knight because he is currently on a battle manual, so I'd like to make the most of it. It's a pretty good grinding experience here. There's no bounty board, but the experience is definitely pretty good. Worth it to use a manual. So first you want to go to Aldebaran and enter the clock tower as you normally would. Once you get into the clock tower, you head to the right, and where the portal is to the second floor, talk to Benjamin button here. And if you're 150 higher, you want to go to the third floor, which is where the alarms and there's alarms, there's I think there's one clock tower manager, and also some owl baron type things. They all have different names though. The alarms are big bells. I can't remember the names of the other ones. Everything here hits for a ridiculously high amount of neutral damage, so it's best to wear a Deviling card as your garment, because if you can see, right now I have the DR on, and they're still hitting me for over 1,500, 1,900 damage with the DR. And if I took that off, it's going to be almost 4,000 damage, which, even on a Rune Knight, if you're in a big mob with those things, they'll take you out real quick. So, it's not as mobby as you have seen videos in iRO. That's mostly, I think, because there's not a lot of people hunting here, so that the spawn isn't forced to constantly replenish from people killing. That, and I think things get stuck in some areas because Clock Tower is notorious for getting creatures spawning in little corners. People don't walk to those corners for a while, and then eventually it just becomes super flooded. So the good part about that is that when you wing around, you are able to get some big mobs every now and then. So just for the sake of experience, we'll look at what we're getting here. At level 161, I'm getting 95k per kill on a battle manual with VIP, as well as the costume goggles, which add 30% more. So 100,000 a kill is not bad. Just in that little last mob that I did, I got 0.2%. I'm at 75.7 right now. I'll try to get a decent sized mob together. And there you go. You see how they're taking a lot of damage. So bring some supplies in, and that was 0.3% right there. So pretty good. Definitely, if you don't feel like doing a bounty board or something, just come on in here, clear some mobs, burn your manual, and hopefully run into the MVP, who I can't solo on this character, though I haven't been back here for 6 levels, so maybe I'll do a little bit better this time. The MVP is called the Timekeeper, that's who it is. He's a little ball thing with eyes. It's like a black ball that flies around the screen. He is super fast. 25 million health. Not sure of its property. I think it's dark. Dragon Breath did seem to do okay on it. It's doing the same amount of damage that it does on these. It's like 40 something K. And there he is, the Owl Marquis. So we'll see how much experience he gives us. But the only way I was able to kill the MVP last time was with another RK. Me and him both Dragon Breathing at the same time. The MVP is real tough. He constantly curses you, so you want to have either, I don't know, I would say an armor that prevents getting cursed, but he does also, if you were a deadly evil druid armor, he'd be okay against that, but he casts level 10 Meteor Storm, which does a ton of damage. And the Owl Marquis was 320k experience and 200k job, so it's more than 3 times the Big Bell experience. So those things are pretty cool. But MVP, curses you, Meteor Storm, horrible combination, just wrecks you. I think he also has Hell's Judgment. Looks like somebody killed him. Atomic Heal. So he was killed by a Sura. Atomic Heal must have G-fisted that thing like more than 25 times. Because I don't think he can do 1,000,000 damage unless he brings his crew of 5 alts that he always brings everywhere on his Sura. I think that the best bet is killing it on a maxed RK with 2 keels. Should be the fastest way to kill it, I think. You're able to tank it fairly well as long as you have enough Panaceas or whatever you want to use to get rid of Curse. That just helps you live through the Meteor Storm without problem. And with double keels and 175, you should pump out enough damage on RK to take him out easily. Sura, I could see being really annoying because it's going to take at least 25 G-fists. 1,000,000 damage is not easy to come by on something that's not demi-human. Because with the KVM you can push your damage real high, but for this one I'd imagine you have to use the Karga. Well, I don't want to get too repetitive. That's really basically it for Nightmare Clock Tower. It's a fun little dungeon. In this time we've gotten like 3%, 4% experience. So it's definitely not a bad place to hunt. RK is kind of the ideal class here. You can just continuously kite as you walk throughout the level. And it's fun. You don't have to use too many supplies, which is always good for hunting. Okay, well I'm going to take a little break now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and check out the Nightmare Clock Tower.